What's up, y'all? Show you out here. Give my plants some water. Dying for that hibiscus, actually. Doesn't seem to need any, and that's the most water-hungry plant, I think, of them all. Alright, let's get some water down on this. Yeah, this is... What's really cool about these strawberry plants is they'll go dormant during the winter time, but they'll come back. And the more you let them grow and grow, they'll throw down shoots. Just start taking over the whole, like a weed almost. Like crabgrass. It's the same thing as crabgrass does. It throws down little shoots. Crabgrass here in Virginia Beach is a real pain in the ass when it comes to gardening. That shit, it's really hard to pull those weeds out without pulling just the... It's hard to get the roots out of once they take hold. Ooh, these needed it. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, these, you could see how the leaves folded up and everything, and some of them turning. These were wanting some water. Some of these plants are more water hungry than others, but I just soak them. They'll be good for the next couple days. Thought this was baby's breath, but actually these are pine trees. These are Christmas trees. But we're gonna chop those. But we just get this first, and after I'll come out and do the front. Yeah, this is the easy part. So you know why it's easy? Because I'm back here and I have my privacy. I don't have to worry about people trying to, so they can't mind their own business. Yeah, it appears that these cucumbers just went ahead and died on me. That's fine. These cucumbers just didn't really turn out very well. In New York, I never had a problem with them. And cucumbers actually go for a while without some water, but I don't think it liked this Virginia soil. It's very compacting, clayey. Compared to New York, you can dig and dig and dig, and it's just very loose soil in the mountains. Here, it's at sea level, so you don't have to dig very far, like maybe less than a foot, 6 inches, and you run into clay. And the clay is not very good for root growth. So I think next year we're gonna put down some... This tomato plant is still alive. This one never did really well right here. I don't know why this one just never became much of anything. Bad genetics or something. It never wanted to stand up on its own properly. It never grew. Just wasn't... It was strange. But these cherry tomato plants did really well. They're just a gift that keeps on giving. I got so many tomatoes, I don't even know what to do. I got neighbors coming and grabbing them because I just can't handle all these tomatoes. And they're delicious too. The cherry tomatoes, they're great. Ooh, this plant is... I'm sorry guys, I think it's not getting enough water, it seems to me. Some weeds grew back. Yeah, some of these, maybe it got... There's too much on it. The wind broke it off and killed it. It doesn't ever rain. The thing I don't like about Virginia Beach is it never rains here, barely. And it'd be nice if it rained every, few days and watered my plants for me. Not always up to coming out here and being harassed. And that's the most. I need to get some sprinklers. Automatically water my plants at certain times. But I don't gotta be out here doing this. These peppers never became much anything for some reason. These ones either. I've grown peppers before in New York, and peppers were actually really easy to grow and became really good luscious plants. These ones never really. They've been out here for the entire summer, and they just never went anywhere for some reason. I don't know. With this watermelon plant here, obviously, there's some mint, and there's a few other. What did the? Huh. That's strange. I could have sworn there was. Anyways, this watermelon plant, being the most water hungry, is doing pretty well without water. So I don't know if water was the issue, but that's the base of it. As you can see, it goes all the way. Yeah, I decided to take the shoot off of the garden bed because often when it would rain, this would get flooded and whatever fruits that I had growing would become rotted. The same thing happened to the cucumbers. Cucumbers just never really turned into. I was very disappointed, but I was very happy with the way these tomato plants turned out. That's great. This is actually, in case you wondered, this is several different plants in one. So it just kind of went everywhere. But yeah, it ended up being a really good plant. These just keep on giving. It just, wow. Isn't that amazing? Check this out. This one's ripe. As you can see. That's really good. Better than store-bought. I really love these tomato plants. They're just really awesome plants to work with. Easy. No wonder everybody likes growing them. Is that it looks like a type of cockroach. I think that's a German cockroach, actually. Oh, he's not out. I catch you inside, you're dead, son. If you're outside, I can give a fuck what you do. I'm just gonna do it little by little here. Right here, see, this plant right here is the most water-hungry plant of them all. I got this from Home Depot. This is amazing for 20 bucks. Yeah, I love this. I love these things. Honestly, they're so easy to maintain and so low maintenance. I think I might just have the total front of my trailer in hibiscus plants with some rose bushes mixed in. But these are like the easiest plants ever. And oh my god, I did not even notice this, but I have a really large rose blooming. I haven't even given these things any fertilizer or anything. It's been a rough year. We've been struggling, of course, as some people like to make fun of. So I haven't been able to put money into fertilizers and some water. Yeah, this needs to be watered more often. You can see some leaves browning there. Said these are succulent, but weeds kind of overgrown right here. Needs to be picked. And these zinnias, they'll bloom, but once they're done blooming, They bloom really fast, and once they're done, they just shit the bed on you. If you have just a few of them, they're easy to keep up with, and you can just chop their heads off and dead leaves and keep them going. But when you have like thousands like I do, good luck. They are nice flowers though. They're very easy to grow, and I like them a lot. They're just very high maintenance. Same thing with sunflowers. They bloomed on us for a short period of time through July. They bloomed in July. And usually in New York, they'll bloom in August. Oop. Kicking a bunch of insects out of this area. Has a lot of crabgrass, as you can see right here. That's a pain in the ass. They keep coming. We'll keep chopping them. In certain areas did really well, where there's other areas is very persistent with the crabgrass. Keep coming back and forth. But the more you do it, the less they'll do. So you get to a certain point to where you don't got to do too much weeding. Maybe once a week, here and there, little ones. Easy. It gets easier and easier the more you do it. But look at that. You can see it really well. Yeah. It's nice. Pink roses. It turned out really nice. And there's another one right there. This rose bush was one of my neighbors took it out of the ground. It had barely any roots. And I should have chopped off more of this, but it ended up doing pretty well. And as it give it more time, it'll start forming shoots off of it, and it'll grow more and more. It just doesn't have enough roots to support the entire plant, which is fine. It will eventually will. Just be patient with it. Next year, I put it right in the front, and this looks wonderful there. There's a lot of nice plants here. These plants right here, I really think I should take a shovel and uproot them. I mean, they've gotten pretty large, and put them up front. These are very short lying shrubs that belong more in the front. I put the taller stuff in the back. But I always like to put the sunflowers up front. The sunflowers like as much sun as possible. Not just that, but they kind of give you a little bit of a privacy fence temporarily. These ones didn't really get that big. These ones were not that. I was not too impressed with these ones. I'm not sure if it was the soil. It just isn't very deep until it gets to clay, or it's just, I don't know. But maybe I was too late. They just didn't turn out to be much compared to the mammoths that I'm used to. I like the mammoths. It's such a pain in the ass. I hate this shit because, damn it, it tore all kinds of shit off. I can't see where it came from. Put these lights here, and all it's done is, look at this. It's just made it. Really? I'm just gonna leave these here. And finish this. Thank you. What a pain in the ass. It'd be awesome if it rained more often. I don't know why it doesn't rain in the city. It threatened clouds, and it's still threatening clouds, and no rain. They don't do that in New York. Like, either it rains or it doesn't. It doesn't do this halfway shit where it just says it pretends like it's gonna rain, and it's like the sky's says it's gonna rain, but it just doesn't rain. What happens in New York is it's bright and hot and sunny, and the more bright and hot and sunny it's getting, the more water is evaporating into the sky. Clouds build up, then it rains and releases it. It gets colder, and then it slowly, the sun comes back out and it starts to heat up. And it does that cycle back and forth into winter and out of it the whole time. Here, it could go weeks and weeks and weeks with no rain. And then all of a sudden, you'll get like 3 days of rain, 4 days of rain straight, and it'll flood. They don't do that in New York. Either it rains, it'll rain for a day or two, and then it stops, and then it just goes, it's a cycle of rain, and they don't do that here. I figured it would rain more in this city because it's right next to the ocean. And the evaporation of the water from the heat would cause clouds to build up, but I think maybe because of the wind, it just ends up being carried out into the sea or so. I don't know. But it definitely doesn't rain here nearly as much as I'd like it to. And of course, you get them rainy days, it's a good excuse to stay inside and be lazy. And be cozy. But, ain't that happening that much out here. These sunflowers, we cut the heads off, but it never really rebloomed. We'll try it again next year and use bloom fertilizer, and I guarantee you these things will. You thought they looked nice this year. Wait till you see them next year. Be so many heads of flowers that you can't even see anything. See, I like these things. They're really nice flowers. It's such maintenance. See all these dead leaves. I couldn't possibly cut all of these dead leaves off. It's just so much. Just wait for them to die. When they do. And these, I like these plants. They're really resilient. They don't need a lot of water. But they're really nice, luscious plants. And some of these zinnias got really tall to compete with them. It said zinnias don't need that much water, and actually out of all of these, the hibiscus is the most water-hungry plant, so not really understanding where all these dead leaves are coming from. Like, there's so many dead leaves. Like, it's usually when you don't, like, for example, pot, you're growing pot, you don't water it as often enough, it'll do that on you and have some dead leaves there. But this is, and I looked online and it said that zinnias really aren't that water hungry of a plant compared to hibiscus. And my hibiscus plant doesn't have any dead leaves. So I would think that the hibiscus, if I haven't watered in a couple days, would be more eager for water with more dead leaves on the bottom than these, but no, it's not true at all. I don't think it has anything more to do with watering. I think it's more so to do with just, once this plant blooms, it stops. It just goes in another direction. Unless you're able to cut the heads off and stuff. It just starts to trigger itself to die. But we'll wait till like November and just cut all these down. This sunflower is finished. Just not enough maintenance in the garden. And look, these tiger lilies are very water hungry, and they're fine. We grew these from root. Home Depot, $5. They'll eventually become really nice, beautiful tiger lilies from China. now we're hearing negative spot forms and loud exhaust, making us car guys look good. That's right, buddy. Keep it rolling. Just see the weird shit that I see if I don't record. Some of these weird stalkers will just like pull up and sit there like on the side of the road. Like, you know, they're here to do Uber or something, but they never get out of the car and then they eventually leave. Like, you know what I mean. I'm just waiting for somebody. I'm just doing an Uber. I'm here to pick up my kid. If I want to stalk and spy on somebody, I can make up 1,000 excuses why I'm here too. I'm just jogging. I pull that one. Jog past their house like you're a jogger to recon them, and you're like, and if you get caught, you're like, I'm just jogging. Like, yeah, sure you are. People will spy on you. If the government sends people to spy on you, it becomes really difficult to know which ones are doing it and which ones aren't. They disguise and conceal themselves really well. Some of them do, not all of them. Some of them are idiots. And these sunflowers came back and bloomed, but they didn't turn out to be nice. But I think it looks to me like these plants just really needed some fertilizer, which I don't have. Because the gang stalkers are keeping me poor. A lot of the watering too, the lack of watering is because I just don't feel like going out and dealing with that shit all the time. So these plants sit here and suffer because of them. You know what? I really hope that for all the suffering that my plants have endured, not being watered like they should have been, me being as diligent as I normally would have been if I wasn't being yanked up, I hope that they suffer the same thirst. And when they need water, it doesn't come to them. I hope the same thing happens to them. That's a lot of plants too. It's a lot of suffering. Maybe one flower, one zinnia for each gang stalker to represent the whole lot of them. All the suffering returned back to them. Well, these plants sit here and suffer without water because I didn't want to go out and water my plants because I feel like being stalked and terrorized. And then, of course, it makes the neighborhood look less beautiful, too. So the neighbors suffer, too. Okay? They don't have as beautiful as a surrounding. But hey, let me care. Let's all pay our taxes and make sure that, we're kept under control. Let's all continue to pay our taxes so that they can keep us under control nice and good for them. Yeah. People are idiots, man. Everybody out there, that's the crazy thing. You go out there and everybody acts like they're so much better than you and shit. But, man, most people are fucking dumb as fuck, bro. And they just can't think for themselves. They need somebody else to do it for them. They need a Donald Trump or some shit like that, some politician to think for them instead of being like, I don't trust you. You're a liar. You lie through your teeth. That's their job, what you get paid to do. I don't trust you. They don't have enough common sense to, figure that out. Most of them. They're so easily fooled. And I'm just kind of, getting to the point where, man, if they're that easily fooled, then, steal from them. Take from them. Yeah, it's not the right thing to do, but... if people are really that fucking stupid, and anybody could take advantage of you and lie to you and fool you and take from you. But most of these idiots never learned some hard knock lessons on the streets. That's the thing there. They never had somebody that stole from them and cheated them and lied to them and lived sheltered, freaking comfortable ass lives. So they believe what they're told instead of looking deeper into shit, figuring stuff out for themselves. Some people are really fucking stupid. They believe everything their parents told them. They adopt the same religion as their parents without modification or any question because they're fucking idiots. They can't think for themselves. And that's why they need a government to think for them. Politicians to think for them. Make decisions for them. Censor the net. Keep them under control. Idiots. Total idiots. And these are the same people that will act like they're superior to you and they're smarter than you and all that shit, but they're not. I'm kind of convinced that the more people just have to throw their weight around and micromanage and just, you know what I mean, act like that, the more and more they just don't know shit, or they got something lacking between their legs, some type of inadequacy there, and they want to take it out on other people. A little micro-penis going on there or something. And these gang stalkers especially don't like me. They really don't like me, and there's a good reason for that. Shit I got hanging between my legs is like twice the size of what most of them have. So I mean, I wouldn't like me either. It's that big old 9-incher. My shit is bigger than a bridge. Your shit look like a little kid's. My shit large like the Chargers, the whole team. Your shit look like you 14. Anyway, this is my garden. It ain't looking really too fat. It ain't looking as nice as it was in the summer, but it's all good. My 2 cars sitting right here. A nice little shine down. Don't forget to slow down for the speed bump there, buddy. It's kind of funny because these gang stalkers come through, and like if you pull out a phone and record them, they'll start going over the speed bumps really fast. I'm like, oh, it's your suspension. That's wear and tear on your suspension. Have fun. Anyways, I'm done. We're not supposed to use a hose according to the HOA. And yes, I know you're watching, Mr. Chief, and I don't really give you too much thought. You're dumb. But yeah, we do have a HOA because we do own our own properties here. We don't rent in this neighborhood. It's for homeowners. Just so you know. And my name is on that title, on the deed too. I mean, I could show it to you, unlike you. Anyways, I'm out. Later.